What you doing, other nerds? I'm the AC, and I'm going to talk about the 100 Season 7, Episode 5. Welcome to Bardo. And, like the title of the episode, this is a big welcome to Bardo. There's a lot of stuff that it finally catches us up on in this episode, up until Echo, Gabriel, and Hope get there, or a little bit until they get there, and pretty much shows everything, pretty much everything, since Octavia first gets there, but it doesn't really show anything about Dioza, so we'll see what happens with that. And then there's also a little bit of what happened in Sanctum. So I'm going to start with Sanctum because, the big things happen. I feel like there wasn't too much that actually happens. First off, Indra seems to be trying to handle stuff, and it is. I was going to say it looks like Indra's in charge because Clark's disappeared, but you have to remember Clark only disappeared that night. They don't know she's actually gone to anywhere. As far as they know, she's going to be right back. But a lot of stuff apparently can go wrong in one night. So the Prom worshippers, followers, whatever, for some, I shouldn't laugh, but for some reason they think killing themselves in order to get Russell, the Prom, released is a good idea. And I don't know their logic or why they think this would be a good thing, because I don't know whatever their religion would be. I don't know what they think of like an afterlife or what killing themselves accomplished. But also for Russell Shadehead, he needs his followers and he knows this, so you can't have them killing themselves. It's like their whole logic is flawed, and it's kind of, I don't know, it's not, it shouldn't be funny, but how dumb it is, I can't help but just to chuckle a little bit. But Murphy ends up making a good point. It's like, just let them. It's like, yeah, it's a brutal, and they're trying to change, but if you just let them all kill themselves, it will take care of the problem. Now, this is until Murphy has to pretend to be Daniel again, to go and try to talk to him, to tell him to stop killing themselves because that was stupid. And when he gets there, they're about to like set a kid on fire. It's like oh man, what is the logic? I don't, I don't get it. And there's somehow, it seems like there's more and more followers, which confuses me. It seems like the group is growing, or maybe they just never showed the group. But then there's a whole lot of kids. Murphy tells all the kids to go with him, and then people do a little deducing and realize he's not actually a Prom. And then, so they catch him. They're about to set him on fire too. Eventually, Amori brings in Russell Shadehead. I don't really know what to call him because everyone sees him as Russell, but he's actually Shadehead. But brings him in. He's pretty much, he slaps some people around. He's like, "This is stupid. I need followers." What? It's the whole thing with the worshippers and followers is annoying and dumb, and it's like you want to be over with, but I guess it gotta be around to give some kind of support to Shadehead when he's going to take over. But Indra recognizes something Shadehead says, and it easily deduces that this is Shadehead. They are going to be in trouble, but she can't kill him because it'll make him a martyr, and but she also knows he's going to end up doing something that's going to warrant her to kill him. But the good thing they do is they just, cut the little mind drive out of him. So now, even if whatever happens, this will finally be the last of any commander of Shadehead. But they didn't actually show anything of actually destroying it, so maybe something will still go wrong. I don't know why they would keep it, just destroy it right there, but knowing the weirdness this show can do, that might be possible. And that's pretty much it. There was that big reveal of Indra figuring out his Shadehead. Finally, somebody sees this. Now it's just to see what actually is going to happen, and it's going to pretty much be Indra and Maury and Murphy. Maybe Jack. I guess Jackson too is there. It's going to be like these four trying to figure out what to do, because there's not really any other characters left at Sanctum, because everyone else is on different worlds. Now let's get to those different worlds. Let's get to Bardo. So the whole show opens up with 45 days ago on Bardo. Okay. Didn't know what that was supposed to mean, but it's the first time Octavia arrives. She's split up with the Yoza, put into some kind of chair to test her memories. There's some doctor guy. I never could catch his name. I guess I could have looked it up. It was like Leverett. I don't know. I just call him Doctor Guy the whole time. But he's scanning her brain, doing all this stuff. He actually seems like a nice guy. They end up making a deal. Octavia will let him see all his memories, and if he helps her get back to Hope. And well, Hope makes her way to him. And it's hard they tell you how many days it is, and I think it's supposed to help you put together how much time is passing in Bardo. But then it's like, what does that matter? Back on Planet Alpha Sanctum, literally no time has passed. And then on Skyring, whatever they call it, like it's been years. And the time thing is still weird, and I guess they tried their best. This is what's going to happen when you do this. But then it ends up showing Octavia being able to go back. Then it shows a little bit of Echo, Gabriel, and Hope coming back, and they're killing more people. They're trying to get to Lemerick, Doctor Guy, who helped before. And there's some obstacles, of course, because nothing's going to be easy. And then it kind of shows the whole process of why and how Hope went back to stab Octavia to bring her back, and then Octavia ends up right back into the chair. She's repeating a little mantra herself so they can't get through to her mind anymore, something like that. And then it shows Bellamy being brought in, and again, there's this whole weird time thing. It's like, there's so much happening. How much time actually passes? Because just going back to the first time Octavia gets there and then first time she leaves, she was on Skyring for 10 years. She was in whatever Bardo for like a month, something like that, and then still like only seconds passed in Planet Alpha. I don't know. Oh man, I hate trying to figure out time stuff because it just never really seems to make sense. And whatever. So going back to what I was just talking about before I blow my own mind trying to figure out time stuff even more, Bellamy gets there, in which they watch through other memories. I don't know, it's weird stuff, whatever. And Bellamy somehow was able to kill a couple other things, about to kill another one, but then Octavia gets brought in to talk him down. And the guy, some leader dude, opens up the anomaly so Bellamy can go back through. But then one of the people he thought he took down pulls some kind of weird grenade, and next thing you know, Bellamy's not there anymore. And so, of course, the assumption is he's dead. Obviously, he went through whatever that anomaly sent him. Don't know where. Could be wherever. It obviously wasn't back to Planet Alpha, otherwise they would have saw him come back before anyone even went in. So he has to go somewhere else. I doubt he's dead. That would be it'll be a twist if he just died like that. But you also have to remember, Bellamy hasn't been in the show this season since the first episode. Then he's here just a little bit, and then he's gone again. I don't know. Maybe pretty sure this guy just sent Bellamy to die somewhere. Now, there are two other things that I thought about in this. One, they make it very clear that they need Clark, but they don't say why. I don't know what's so special about Clark. My only assumption is, the only thing I can think of is her family, something about her life or whatever from her family's history past has to do with someone in charge in Bardo. That's the only thing I can think of, because Clark's done stuff, but Octavia's done stuff too. Maybe that's why they kept Octavia alive. And they talk about this war, and this has got me thinking too. Some of the things they say and talk about, it feels like they didn't know about Planet Alpha. And it's like, oh, if they were on Legis, then shouldn't they have known that history? And then Gabriel points out there may have been an anomaly on Earth that somehow connected these people to their, getting even more science fiction-y, but oh man, wrapping my brain around that. So, man, their first thought is to like start a war. They discover there's another planet with more humans, and they're like, we're going to start a war, because they haven't mentioned anyone else anywhere, and they obviously they're not really killing the people in Sanctum, but they keep capturing them for some reason. It's a whole lot of mess. There's a whole lot to think about, and that's kind of what this whole episode did. It just makes you try to solve this weird mess. Like, it's a calculated mess, but it's really trying to make you figure out what's going on. Maybe we will. I don't know. I'm sure where they do is going to be great, and I'm enjoying watching it. It's a lot to figure out, and last season jitters, I guess. I'm just worried they're not going to wrap it up, because I hate endings. We'll have to see what they do. But it looks like on the next episode we get to go and see what Clark's group and all of them are doing on the ice planet. Maybe that's where Bellamy got sent, and that's where he's going to go. But then that's a whole nother time thing. That planet is probably going to function differently than whatever. I don't know. But what do you think? Did you watch this episode and just fry your brain a little bit trying to connect all these thoughts? Let me know in the comments if you did. But if you like what I have to say about it and my rambling of nonsense trying to make this into sense, go ahead and like this video. And if you want to see me talk more about the 100 and all kinds of other stuff, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. You can see when I do all that. But until next time, thank you for watching. I'm DAC, and bye.